Reincarnation is a controversial subject. Hinduist and Buddhist believe souls reincarnate, but Christians and Muslims do not embrace that belief. Personally, I don't believe souls die with bodies, or line up in the waiting area for the judgment day. I think life is a lesson and our souls must go through it again and again to learn. However, no matter how smart you are, we can't retain any memory of our past lives. Because we don't remember our past lives, it is unlikely that we could know or connect with our past life families. Several interesting cases have shown souls travel in groups from one life to another. I remember reading about a story in 1991. Through hypnosis, a therapist found many people in Lake Elsinore, a community in Riverside County, California, with past life connections in Millboro, Virginia. Their brothers, sisters, husbands, wives, and even evidence supporting their claims. Although that story ignited my interest in reincarnation, I found very few books or even movies on the subject. Recently, we decided to conduct our own reincarnation research. In our documentary, Reincarnation, Tibet or Tudor Style, we touched briefly on the Tibetan reincarnation belief and practice, and presented our first case study of reincarnation, President Trump as King Henry VIII. It is a video we are quite proud of, and it was accepted by 4 film festivals in less than 2 months. However, we've had only 521 YouTube views to date. Instead of being discouraged, I released another video named Henry VIII's Family Reunion in the White House, which showed possible past life connections between Trump families and Tudor royal families. And this time, I used handwriting sample analysis to boost my case. And then I used the same methodology to demonstrate how President Trump may have unjustly killed James Comey in my video, Trump versus Comey are Henry VIII against the Boleyns. It seemed like James Comey finally accomplished what he failed to do in the previous life, present his case for the whole world to see. I know I am like a karaoke singer that just doesn't know when to stop, but I'm eager to share with you what I consider original paranormal analysis that is important to share. Or should I call it paranoia analysis? Whatever you want to call it, I will call it the truth identity of Bill Clinton, year 1800. Whether you like Bill Clinton or not, you can't deny that he is extremely intelligent, very charming, and did a great job running the country. Despite many great accomplishments, he was best known for his impeachment trial and the Monica Lewinsky scandal. Do you think it is easy to find someone just like Bill? No. He is truly one of a kind. But guess what? I think I found him. It may be hard for people familiar with history to come up with a possible match. But not hard for Sherry, since she never learned U.S. history in school. She will just use her wild guesses. She said, "I think Bill Clinton looks like the face on the $2 bill." The $2 bill? That's Thomas Jefferson. Do you think Bill Clinton looks like Thomas Jefferson? Actually, Jefferson is Bill's middle name, and the two do look alike. And listen to this. Bill Clinton is the 7th generation descendant of President Jefferson. Can you really deny the resemblance between the two? There is even a match on the hair. But Jefferson may be wearing a wig. They both have gray hair, whatever the original color may be, and they both seem to have blue eyes. And check this out. They both stand at 6 feet 2 inches tall. Jefferson was a good and admired president. He was an author of our Declaration of Independence, and he was the president who negotiated the deal to buy Louisiana from the French. However, many people only know him through his scandalous affair with Sally Hemings, a black slave, who he fathered 6 children with. Just like President Clinton, his presidency was stained with a personal affair. Why would Jefferson have an affair with a slave? I am sure he can have any lady who wanted to finish first. In 1772, Thomas Jefferson married Martha Wales Skelton. Martha was intelligent and his third cousin, but she died 10 years later when Thomas Jefferson was only 39. And on her deathbed, she made Jefferson promise her that he will never marry again. That painted a portrait of a woman who was selfish and controlling. I will have to say that she did live up to her name, Skelton, for being quite scary. Asking her 39-year-old husband to remain a widow was a terrible thing to do. That probably left Thomas Jefferson few choices to combat his loneliness. Do you see any resemblance between Martha and Hillary? I don't mean the scary part, just the looks. Is that another similarity they shared? There's another thing they have in common. Did you know 1800 marked the birth of negative campaigning in the United States? The incumbent president, John Adams, attacked Thomas Jefferson on his affair with Sally Hemings. Despite that attack, Jefferson still won the presidential election. That mirrored what we witnessed in Clinton's 1992 presidential campaign. Jennifer Flower profited $500,000 from revealing her relationship with Bill Clinton. The news was juicy and damaging, but Bill Clinton won the election and served a second term, just like Thomas Jefferson. The similarities do not end there, as they both were lawyers and they both were governors. Jefferson was the governor of Virginia while Clinton was governor of Arkansas. Actually, Clinton was the 40th and 42nd governor of Arkansas and 42nd president of the United States. Jefferson was the second governor of Virginia and fourth president of the United States. Bill Clinton was number 42 twice, first as governor and then president. Is there any Jefferson 42 connection? Yes. The paper of Thomas Jefferson 42 is the paper to purchase Louisiana. It was a deal that formed our United States. On top of that, did you know both President Jefferson and President Clinton are passionate about music? President Clinton once considered pursuing a career in music, while President Jefferson called music his favorite passion of his soul. Although the United States has been playing a dominant role in the world stage, very few U.S. presidents can speak a second language. However, Bill Clinton can speak German, while Thomas Jefferson could read and write 6 different languages. Please note that both of them were lawyers and interested in religious freedom. Bill Clinton signed into law in 1993 Religious Freedom Restoration Act, while Thomas Jefferson drafted and signed into law the Virginia Statute for Establishing Religious Freedom. Now, do you believe in reincarnation? Although it is impossible to confirm one's past life, I have to say it is very likely there is some connection between President Clinton and President Jefferson. But am I the only person with that crazy idea? Actually, I found someone called Bill Clinton as the reincarnated Peyton Randolph, a cousin of Thomas Jefferson. This is interesting as Randolph came up as the one who may have fathered some of Sally Hemings' children. Based on DNA evidence, that is most likely a way to divert attention from Jefferson. Then I found another article calling Hillary as Woodrow Wilson and Bill as Edith Wilson. It is an interesting theory, but I think my theory makes better sense because Hillary lost the election. If history repeats itself, Hillary should have won. Because there's no way to prove reincarnation, we can't know if we are right or wrong on our theories. But I think I have proved my case beyond any reasonable doubt, right? Or have I cast doubts on my sanity? Well, it does not really matter if Bill Clinton is a reincarnation of Thomas Jefferson or not, since they both are no longer in office. This is Ken Peters. Thank you for watching.